Tiger, seeing the son of a legend, Charlie Woods, strolled from the ropes. Onto Eagle Trace Golf's first tee, club in Florida's Coral Springs. Not only whilst playing golf as a child, but as a name that the whole golf community was already aware. However, this wasn't about making a big impression. This had to do with demonstrating a fact. This wasn't merely a competition. Legacy was put to the test. It's not the U.S. Junior Amateur Qualifier, merely a junior event. That's where people either forget or build their reputations. Outside of dozens of young, talented athletes, just a few number would leave with a ticket to, this summer, Dallas. Additionally, Charlie had losing everything, and losing more and more demonstrate. With each swing, he carried the significance of his last name. Just 16, Charlie Woods isn't playing at the age of beneath the surface. Not when your father is probably the best to have ever held a golf club. Every time a camera clicked, backswing. With each murmur, fans missed the fairway. Furthermore, more importantly, his Tiger Woods, the father, seeing from just feet distant. Tiger wasn't confined to the gallery. The strain was on him. This was not just golf. Identity was this. Would Charlie give way under the oppressive pressure or ascent into the like his father done in the spotlight? It has nothing to do with skill. It concerned heart. It was about creating the wound. He had no intention of impressing. He was trying to live. Regarding the back nine, the situation became tense. Boys go there, turn into candidates. Charlie's birdie on 14 clinical. No roar, no fist pump, just company. One birdie altered the game, everything. Then the blunder, a late in the round bogey. It might have wrecked everything. Didn't. He created an error and didn't recoil. That's what stood out. He didn't escape pressure. He went right through it, though. As you may see, he wrote amateurlf.com. Was no wiser, more composed, colder. This was not a resurgence. It was a learnt the lesson. He didn't require a miracle. He required space. Additionally, that's what he received from 71. Enough to tie for 5th place. Sufficient to slip into a playoffs. Domination isn't the point of golf. Decisions are at issue. Charlie Woods, too, made each and every one of them matter. He didn't attempt to be flawless. He was just real flex. He simply played well. Additionally, in doing so, he prepared the ground for an even larger dramatic, something that nobody anticipated. When it appeared that the dust had the leaderboard, however, indicated otherwise. At 5th, Charlie Woods wasn't by himself. 2 other participants, Matthew and Oscar Crow Morganiano, had concluded at 1 as well. Beneath. Additionally, there are only 5 qualifying. The message was clear. There were spaces available. 1 space, 3 names, and no second. It wasn't simply another hole, chances. It was the hole. A playoff match that would determine everything after training for months. Chance to shine in Dallas, and perhaps the most significant development in Charlie's career, so far away. Before you saw it, you could sense it. It was more than simply pressure. It was legacy at stake. The majority of 16-year-olds might stop dead in its tracks. Charlie didn't. As the sun sets, the playoffs started in Coral Springs. Tiger witnessed everything. There are times when the environment changes. Not due to the events occurring on the certainly, but because of the audience. Additionally, Tiger at Eagle Trace that day. Woods observed his son's play for everything. Tiger's appearance is not informal. It's historic. He wasn't for exhibition. No group. No fanfare, just quiet concentration. Locked eyes, arms folded in. All parents experience when their child competes, they feel pressure. However, that pressure when your Tiger Woods cuts both ways. He wasn't merely observing all around. He was observing Charlie's competitions. However, this one felt unique. It wasn't a display, not a father-son relationship hurry. This actually happened. This was getting into the top junior occurrence in the nation. This wasn't a Woods pair. Charlie's proof was this. The ground. Tiger wasn't far away, though. He had already discussed handing Charlie room to expand, declaring, "I'm supporting, I'm not that loud." He's in the background. You hear above the rope, parent. But he was indeed trapped in. Tiger didn't have to speak. His presence said it all. A glance was exchanged. Oh, Charlie's playoff shot was sunk. Tiger gave a slight nod. You could if you blinked, you would miss it. Yet it signified everything. That was the time. No cameras, silence, and legacy acknowledging legacy. Additionally, I wonder whether that was when Tiger thought Charlie had it? No interviews with no rants. Just a calm stroll together back to the clubhouse. Just now, the father and son made the cut, simply saw the past. Woods. Charlie didn't only earn a spot in a competition, he set something on fire. From July 21st until he will tee it up at Trinity Forest on the 26th. At Dallas, the location of the U.S. Junior Championship for amateurs, the largest junior occurrence in the nation. However, this isn't no longer about a junior title. It concerns momentum. Only a few weeks prior to that, Charlie surprised the junior in the playoffs circuit by taking first place in the team's custom his first controlled. The same child who was formerly merely referred to as Tiger's son recently made certain that everyone knows his name. To be clear, this wasn't merely one more junior competition. This was the AJGA's top division. Gamers such as Miles Russell, the top junior right now, were present in the country. Charlie no only defeated them, but outclassed them. Each swing, each hole, each tense moment during that last, he walked around Streamong Resort and gazed like though he was at home. No, forget about that. He appeared to be the owner. Why this, the timing is even more bizarre. Although Tiger Woods is still recuperating from harm, and diminish more from his son's competitive star, just sparked flipping the leaderboard and script. All of a sudden, legacy is not important. Arrival is the key. Thus, this is the everyone is now asking this question. Was this only a standout performance, or did we watch the golf world's next chapter? Did history start at age 16? Well, undoubtedly, the golf industry just became much more fascinating. Additionally, if you weren't previously watching Charlie Woods, you're watching now, for sure. For Charlie Woods, over the years, has become more of a curiosity, as opposed to a competitor. The child of a he was introduced to the world through folklore. Standing instead of holding a trophy Tiger Woods side at the PNC Championship, similar to his father's, movements and manners are exact replicas. Every golf enthusiast recognized the possibility, the swing, poise, and lineage. However, was riding his dad's hairstyle. It was Charlie Woods coming in his own time and on his own terms voice, with a devastating performance expectations and changed his narrative. When he joined the tailor-made AJA squad, his invitational ranking was 604th. ESPN observed that there were 4 of the AJA's top 5 players' rankings. There was no soft draw here. This was as stacked as it gets in junior golf, and Charlie stood up for the occasion. Golf Digest claims that a rise in his rating is imminent, and you can be sure that it will take off. Charlie Woods is no longer the same query. To what extent can this child leave? Charlie Woods' actions wasn't only a victory at Streamong, it was a breaking down. In an area brimming with the junior golf's top emerging prospect, he didn't merely keep up. He outthought, outplayed, outfought, and outfought them. There was no chance of a single lucky round or the back nine is on fire. This was a 54-hole declaration that is loud, obvious, and unavoidable. Right from the start, the beginning of the last round, the momentum was entirely his. As stated by Reuters, on the front nine, Charlie dominated with a dazzling run of 4 birdies in overcoming a one-shot deficit in 5 holes into a dominant position. Each and every time a push came from someone in the field. Charlie said calm, cool, and calculated. The problem is that, at 16, under the strain of the Woods name with the cameras, the spotlight, and AA leaderboard full with elite competition, without blinking, the field and it wasn't soft. NBC Sports made a call it's among the best AJGA lineups, with good reason this season. The number Miles, a junior in the nation, it included Russell. Luke Colton in order of 5th was also right there. However, when after everything had subsided, Charlie Woods had defeated each of them by 7 shots. Russell, 7. It's not a victory. That's a medical facility. Something has changed regarding Charlie's method. Top-tier field at Streamong Juniors. And that's what had everyone talking. Due to talent does not defeat the elite on its own. Competition. You must be in charge. You must plan. And Charlie was only 16, already possesses both. What sets him apart is more than only the swing, which is automatically among the cleanest technically junior golf moves. It's the way he believes, how he handles pressure, and never appears to be shaken. His capacity to control risk, maintain timing, and make the wise decision rather than the ostentatious. It's not a stream song resort. Tolerant design. Disregard. The footwork, the mental strategy, the fixation on everything is prepared. However, This week demonstrated that Charlie is more than just a result of top-tier coaching. He is constructing things by himself. Tiger himself said that, himself in a New York Times comment York Post. Charlie is creating his own route, and that's just how it seemed, similar. When under duress with the gaze of the elite and golf world's observers, Charlie, the player's breathing down his neck wasn't dependent on his name. He depended on his nerve. That's what caused the distinction. He made no effort to be Tiger. He was not required to. What he displayed at there was no inheritance of stream song. It was earned. Additionally, if calm and imagine what composed looks like at 16, what's next? Thus, now that the dust has settled, Charlie Woods is holding his first AJGA championship in hand. A single query is reverberating throughout the world of golf. What comes next? Is this the beginning of a new period? One in which the name Woods once more comes to be associated with authority, but this time from a fresh generation. Charlie is only 16 years old now, is at a fork of the road, lined by countless options. Additional AJA titles appear all but inevitable. College golf programs are probably aligned with offers. Additionally, with this type of performance, qualifying for the PGA Tour are not longer a far-off dream. Not a lot of hype, genuine buzz, and the most frightening aspect, this might still only be the start. This might still only be the start.